Symmetric. Corey, though, will go with the McCree option. He'll be joining a little bit later, but that's what he wants at range.
He'll be sticking through with it. We saw this just yesterday. Set up on Nepal, so we'll be sticking through. Lijiang Tower has been a lot more popular for that Symmetric. Already Roar loses out on that shield. The rest of them cut off by the May walls. He gets taken down. Hydration finds the headshot onto Stratus, and that is going to be the first point lockdown for the Houston Outlaws.
Now think about how difficult it's going to be for Corey and Stratus to chip their way in here, even with a D.Va on their side. They have to go around all of these walls and the shields, the double barriers, and then when they get through, they're going to be facing Blase, who can charge up very quickly, including on the May wall if used to try to lock off. Stratus is swapping away from the May as a result. We'll be trying to go for opening burst picks with the Doomfist, but that Blizzard is almost ready for hydration.
Pushing their way forward. That's going to be the Nana who's tossed in on the Roar, trying to keep it alive already. Though the turn's going to be claiming Blase's life. The Immortality Field keep the Houston Outlaws alive for a considerable amount of time. Elligoat's going to be knocked out of the mech. Here we have the Shatter built up here on the side of Roar, but will be taken out by Hydration, who's still going to be holding on to that Blizzard. So no ult's really going to have to be used by the Outlaws outside of the Symmetra wall.
More than a fourth of his team's damage and leading the server, Blase, in such a great spot to set up that photon barrier, which further limits what Corey can do. He's only just now going to get his first Deadeye online, and it's going to be so difficult to use it without a massive flank. You can see there's a teleporter also set up here for the Houston Outlaws to rotate if need be. They see Stratus, they know he's trying to come from this angle. Maybe they don't.
Up, gets the punch, uppercut, takes out Jexay. Yeah, just weren't ready for that one. Mortality Field doesn't come through fast enough either. Perfectly timed, Stratus gets the punch on the Hydration. Knocking him as soon as he comes out of that ice block. They will get the pin, but he takes a quick leap over to the side. Stratus will survive. And that will be the flip coming back through. 73% on the board for Houston.
Blase had a teleporter on that approach angle for Stratus, and it looked like he was checking corners, but he must have just barely missed it. And that's all it takes. You get caught in your blind spot. Stratus picks up 2 kills. Houston Outlaws use 3 ults in the fight and still come up empty. You see Blase swapping over. It's so useful in stopping those flanks.
Sleep onto Hydration. So now they don't have the May wall to help escort, so that is just going to be delaying them further. They get a bit of damage through. The ice block is well going to be forced out. The punch comes through. Supercharger going to be laid down. Now we'll see the sound barrier drawn out. Stratus goes into the back, manages to find Blase. Arc going to take it down, but Stratus finds another one. But he might need to do some more work. Drops down with the Meteor Strike. He's looking for a punch target, but the shielding is just so huge on the side of the Outlaws. Elligoat, with that self-destruct, manages to find Meko, but cannot make it back into the suit. Will be taken down by Muma. Stratus still under fire. Will be finished off. Even with a sliver of HP, seems like he might just be able to survive in the backside of the point. The flip just now getting ready to come through. Justice trying to delay as best as they can, as Roar will be taken down off screen. Arc buys a little bit of time, but Jexay is hot on his heels, manages to finish off that enemy Lucio, as Corey gets the nano boost here onto the point. Has to roll out, it's down to half HP, gets jumped on by the D.Va. The Rockets will be able to finish him off despite the flashbang coming in. Justice still, however, have bought a considerable amount of time on this point. They're getting ready to match. Shatter comes in! Roar drops the hammer, manages to find 3. The Bionade thrown in onto the tanks. Ruma going to be the first one to fall, but they lose out on Aim God. Now it's all on Arc to keep his teammates alive. Roar getting juggled around, down to 100 health. Heights back, and they are still maintaining control. I cannot believe it. Justice, they hold out.
And Roar, what a redemption story after a mediocre performance yesterday. Most are pointing at him to be the weak link, giving Sato so much space in a lot of those tank matchups. He comes up big with a Shatter, takes a risk, it pays off.
Fantastically done. Maywall going to be coming through the block off the Deadeye. He tries to get around the side and finds 2! Oh my goodness, Outlaws peeked out around the corner just a bit too early. Taken down as Arc gets the kill on Namuma as well. Electric Cowboy to seal the deal as we are at 99% for this first round. Flashbangs through, both exchange those. Can't quite get the hits in, but we'll be able to finish it off. As the going to be trying to high ground, has to zip down, however. Get topped back up. Gonna get some damage. They take Meko lower and lower, but we'll be fueling those support ultimates here for the Outlaws as Raquel gets up to about 60% towards that nano. Muma going to be stunned up, taken down. They find the kill, and that is going to be Meko getting knocked out here as well. So Houston Outlaws going to have to surrender this first point.
It's a fantastic wall for Stratus there. Locks Muma in, not only utilizing the wall, but also the terrain of the map, the tower in the center and that wall that's part of the map itself. So we kind of created almost a triangle section there where Muma couldn't get out, and the follow-up CC was there from Roar. There's just no way for Muma to get out, so that's the opening pick you want. Muma actually leads in terms of ult charge, but he's stuck, isolated, and dies.
Away, a very nice eat from Meko. Muma pushing around the corner. Not quite topped up, drops the hammer, but goes straight into the shield. Thought maybe he was going to be able to get Ellie there, but could not find it. Justice, however, are still playing on the back foot. Ellie cut off, will get knocked out of the back. Flashbang goes in, but Corey can't line up the headshot to get rid of hydration. He will be able to stay alive for a little bit longer, but the point is still in control of the Justice. Lula goes for the pin, doesn't find anything, wall comes up, Roar gets cut off. His way out, but still under fire, will get taken down.
The Justice sticking around too long. They didn't have the ultimates they needed to get a flip like what we saw just previously on the last round. And actually stayed so long that Elevo nearly got killed there on his attempted remake. Does get the remake off though, but Outlaws control the choke and they have Blizzard here, so it's so difficult. Corey somehow escapes notice though, goes around the back here. He doesn't have enough for a Deadeye, but he will in a few shots.
Now they know exactly where he is. He didn't quite get the double tap that he was looking for there onto Jexek. Nano Boost is going to be tossed in. Deadeye's out from Blase, which forces Roar to raise the shield. Corey, however, going to be fighting Repel just moments before the sound barrier comes through for the rest of the Houston Outlaws. Roar pushing up, has the shatter, waiting for his moment. Deadeye in the back from Corey, applying some covering fire. There's a tag onto Meko. Will be using that self-destruct, drop straight in on top of the May wall, and everybody's split away from the Blizzard. But not through yet for Justice, but it's still looking pretty damn good. Corey rolls back, gets the mini pack, helps pop out that baby Diva, and that will be the finish coming through as the flip will be coming in momentarily.
Nice.
Justice back in control just barely after Outlaws take the lead.
Nice rotation from the Justice, kind of catching the Outlaws a little bit off guard. Corey's flank distracting them, and I believe Blase actually interrupted Arc's sound barrier mid-pass with a flashbang, but it just doesn't matter. He didn't need it. They were already too far gone. Nice wall here to try to give them some space.
Very aggressive play here for playing it safe for this time. Will just be canceled by Corey as he starts duking it out with Blase off screen.
A losing battle. Now the control to the Outlaws here as they sweep onto the point.
Bombs coming up straight over the top. Shield gonna have to be raised by Muma. The barrier now destroyed. Gets a Bionade, but melted down. Answering Bio out from AimGod. Does finish him off. The flashbang finds hydration. Now Jexek gonna be gone. The 3 members dead. Washington Justice looking like they're gonna be able to secure this point. As soon as OT can bleed away. Blizzard thrown down after they get the freeze. The pin there onto the enemy McCree. They've been cleared off. They've been routed. And Muma with a shadow. Very aggressive, force out the ice block already. Corey will just be taking those pot shots. Nearly got Meko desuited. Providing covering fire here for his team as they start advancing the cart already. Muma getting desperate, goes in for the pin. It will be an exchange of both Reinhardts as they fall down, but now nothing to stand behind. Blase left exposed. This block again going to be burned by hydration. Has to put the wall up to try to keep himself alive and just keep taking shot after shot. Arc will be taken up. Corey finds a headshot, gets another one as Meko gets popped out.
It was such a great response from the Outlaws too. But now they're going to lose control. Corey gets that kill, and that's all it takes. The Outlaws, they dealt with the teleport well. They responded quickly. They saw the swap to the Widow. They retreated into that room where they had less line of sight. We saw Muma struggle, but then get a trade. But as soon as he's down and the shield is gone, Corey finds heads. He takes out hydration, and that opens everything back up. The Houston Outlaws deciding whether they want to contest A. Very risky business. If you fail here, you give Corey bigger line of sight on the high ground. It's often better to just simply let A go. They're going to contest.
Yeah, they do drop down. It's moved by himself. Also together, hydration. Trying to freeze everybody in his sight. They have the Diva around the back, but they're supporting fire, and Meko's already going to be desuited. Blase himself finished off. Corey gets a nice quick scope in there onto Meko.
And a pretty questionable contest. We've seen this since the history of Junkertown. Contesting A, if it fails like this, you give ult charge. But now look at where Corey stands. He is staring down the barrel of the opening where the Outlaws have to come into. So they're all in line of sight. There's so much poke.
Hello.
And look at where Corey's.
The Blizzard called in by Stratus. He'll get pulled back through by Elliot, ensuring that he gets frozen. Stratus follows up with the icicle to the skull. We're going to be eliminated. No chance to use that Earth Shatter, and it seems like this very well might just be the card. Basically gliding all the way to B without halting. They get a couple stops on it. Meko going to be booped away. Sound barrier comes in as Corey sprays down Rockets with a left click. Tries to get the shot there on the Jexek. The shields bleed away. Now everyone is that much more vulnerable on the side of the Houston Outlaws. Backed into the corner, trying to just keep that cart from moving. Stratus dropping down, they get the Hulk, gets the hit over to the side, on a hydration, tries to finish him off. He makes it with the ice block just in time, but already two gonna be gone. Blase finally finds Corey. But they get the cleanup, and yet again, it's nearly 5 minutes in the time bank for the Justice to push.
But I think this was honestly best case scenario for the Outlaws. They were almost at ult economy checkmate because they were always gonna find themselves behind. Jexay tosses in the sound barrier, and that's all they really used there to hold on to that point. That was the biggest ultimate they committed. They have an ult advantage. They forced the Justice to use ults, and they lost a little bit of time. It's still a bad situation here for the Outlaws, don't get me wrong, but I think that might have been best case lift. Stratus tries to get on the high ground here, and Outlaws will control that.
Yep, they get the halt off. They'll secure the high ground for themselves.
Okay, Corey
sees Jexay, but wants to get rid of that May, and he's got the shot. Hydration says goodbye. Sleep Dart will greet Corey, however. But unless they can get that Diva over to finish him off, but never mind, it's going to be Blase doing the work with an arrow. They do manage to alleviate some pressure, but the cart is still starting to push forward. Shatter going to be dropped out. Manages just to find Raucus, but still a prime target. They get rid of that Ana as they escort their way forward with the help of that Immortality barrier. Self-destruct going to be forced. Barrier coming through now from Ellie-Boat. Helps block that one out. Jexay taken down. Cart held for the moment
Justice
by Hydration alone, but Outlaws are still just not able to bleed enough time off this clock.
Yeah, they're just trying to buy time, but they're not going to win any fights this way. They're just looking to deplete the time bank. And the Justice are just peeling them apart.
Yep, it's one after the other, consistently moving forward. The freeze coming through around the back. Blase going to be taken down now. Stratus forced into that ice block, will be okay. Corey going to be eliminated again. So, decent attention being paid to the Widowmaker now, but it's costing them in the front lines where the cart continues to roll. Field thrown out. Just burning through them as Jexay barely escapes with a sliver of HP. He's nearly got that sound barrier online, 6% left to go. Desperately needs that. They want to try to buy enough time. Builds it up, throws it down. Neko gets the shielding for the moment. Gets his way back around the side. Wrecking ball comes through from Boomer, rolling his way in. Pile driver down, but the sound barrier greets them. Keeping the members of the Washington Justice safe as Roar wakes up from his nap and nearly has a shatter, trying to put them across this finish line. Rocker's gone down, Mecco, Blizzard comes through, but they need a miracle to try to make this one happen. Hammer gets dropped, Jexay knocked to the ground. They don't finish him off right away. It's only a matter of time. It would.
And they just disengage.
Sure, he doesn't get frozen, tries to go in for the pin, unable to find anything, now getting tagged up. Shield gets raced back through. Bolted together are the members of the Houston Outlaws. Puma going to be dropping that shatter, but the Rissa barrier was there to greet it. Blocks it out. Corey starts finding shots. Blase going to be taken down first and foremost as the fire strike comes through, and Muma will fall. Corey's going to be looking for a little bit more as Roar will take a nice little nap.
It's such a great disengage we just saw from the Washington Justice there. When the Nano came through, they split away, as we see the delay here.
That's actually very reasonable with them.
But the awesome thing about it is Justice just avoid the Nano. They back off. They say, Muma, go. If you commit, he's got to commit. You commit, you're just going to get picked off yourself, and then we're going to have a 6v5 fight. We can collapse in just like they've been doing all day. They draw that Blizzard, and they get a great reset. They have this control of the center once more, and Corey's at a very safe distance back here. There's no way Blase can match at that range. It's impossible.
At least the nice thing here for the Houston Outlaws, they have this Blizzard that they're using now. There's no Diva on the side of the Washington Justice, but there is a shatter. Gets dropped in. Hydration and Blase both falling low. Rock is going to be taken down for the sound barrier. He comes in to keep the rest of the members alive. Now Arc going to be matching as Ellie-Boat gets eliminated. Supercharger still out powering the members of the Washington Justice, however. Corey's got the walls rolling. Looking for some more targets, and Muma will fall. There's nothing over there to grapple onto. They don't get onto this water barrel now.
It's just buying time right now against the Outlaws here.
Yep.
And Muma's got a long way to run back. This card is under full control of the Justice. Only Roar was frozen by Hydration's Blizzard, and he still got the shatter off. He's still this once again, and Corey can't be contested. Again, at this range from Blase, Blase's not a Widow player, so he can't swap.
Anabu's going to be coming out onto both of the Reinhardts. Bionate through, and Muma already frozen up. Looking for the pin. Nice boot back. Jexay saves his life. Mecco going to be taken down, though, by Corey. Tries to get the self-destruct kill. Unable to find anything. And Muma will just get cleaned up. A 3 for 2. Justice still maintaining control as we dip below a minute. Houston Outlaws, reminder, have to go all the way to the end of the map.
And this is...
They want to have a chance to win it.
Dire straits here for the Outlaws. Blase just getting totally outclassed in terms of damage output here. Washington Justice is going to keep operating the same way. Corey does reposition to the high.
A lot of duress, however. Slowly will get topped back up. Shatter online for both of the Rhines. We'll see who pulls the trigger first. Muma cut off for the moment. Nano comes through. As that freeze comes down, they go ahead. Not Nano, rather, the Shatter. Drops the hammer, but Corey and Roar are going to be taken down. Blase finally breaking through. Gets rid of one. Ellieboat dangerously low, should get knocked out of that mech as well, so now they don't have the mitigation of the defense matrix. They finish off Arc, and it seems like Outlaws can finally push through, and they don't have to use any ultimates to do so.
They have to hold
It's a very
them.
clean fight.
They have to hold them. Already, this is looking like a really bad situation for them in terms of time bank.
They're ready to drop down.
They're going to drop, and look at the positioning of Aim God.
In the minute to find one, but Roar, the first one to drop, will be eliminated, so they do still manage to roll through.
It's not a full commitment to the drop, and they still get to keep the high ground. They don't commit all the way like the Outlaws did. They wanted to trade some ultimates here, but they realize, okay, this isn't going to work. This is not going to be successful for us. So they're just going to slow this cart down and try to get Corey back into the back lines. And so far, he's successful. He's out-rotating Blase.
He spots him. Blase's in behind, but can't quite get a beat on Corey to take him out.
Meko can't close that distance either. He's really struggling to pressure him because the rotations are better for the Justice.
I mean, they're basically just cutting them in half at this point. Ingod in the corner trying to keep everybody alive. He'll be able to survive here. Great peel coming through. Ellieboat finishing off hydration before he can get onto the Ana, and just like that, Houston Outlaws is going to be losing control of this cart again.
This is what I'm talking about. Justice will hit you from every angle. They'll drop down behind you. They'll have half the team at the front lines. The supports are even the ones dropping behind. You see time and time again, AimGod's trying to get that big bio grenade from behind. He's successful. The Outlaws still can't close the gap through this gate yet. They have the Blizzard. They still have
a lone member on the side of Houston that did get frozen. Finish him off. Now Meko going to be locked up as well as it's trying to finish him off. Sound barrier comes out from Arc, rescuing Roar as he's a bit too deep into enemy territory. Nano will be tossed in. They try to keep him alive. Shatter comes through, bomb into the back, but Corey is just clicking heads. But with the hammer, does manage to swing his way to 2 kills, getting rid of Arc and Ellieboat. Corey left on, hounded down by Jexay, looks for the shot, finds the body tag, but he cannot finish him off. Jexay finally alleviates all of that pressure. Houston, can they get the cart moving? I think the answer is finally going to be yes if they can just finish off Stratus.
It's losing so much time here, though, and the ult trade is still better for the Justice. It's a big issue. It's a serious problem when your Lucio player is the one who's dealing with the Widow. Jexay finally gets that heroic kill on main support, but the whole map is still open. Justice can now go for one big contest here to straight up win the map and head into match point. They can look for a Shatter engage. They've got all the cards in their hand. Houston
trying to play up against the Justice while the cart gets escorted forward by Meko.
All the vision with Corey's ult being popped here. They know everything.
Going to be contested for now. They have to make their way over to B. The wall comes up. Muma cut off. Nanabu's tossed in onto Roar, and already enemy Ryan is going to be taken down now. Meko melted out of that suit. Roar just swinging away to success. Manages to find the kill. Gets the pin onto hydration out of nowhere, and that will be in. Shatter in celebration. Washington Justice move up 2-0. Now just one map away from taking the first series of the day here in Philadelphia.
It's a one-sided affair.
At the base of the statue, fire strikes going through, but no one really connecting. Boost up there onto Stratus. Playing the high ground for now, it would seem. Wall comes up, they're looking for the pin. Hardcore goes through, but it's going to be hydration. Beating that one with the ice block, but now has that down in his bio native. So Corey loops the kill, but Stratus will be taken down. So good halt coming in already.
Yeah, it's a great start here for the Outlaws. They've got full control now, and it's going to be the Washington Justice who have the faster respawns, but they're still 4 on the point right now. They've got to be careful about chasing Ellieboat here, but they will be able to get back. It's Lucio going to be able to taxi back hydration to the point, even in terms of that Blizzard charge right now.
Making their way through. So far, solid firm start. It's 1 minute gone. See how much longer they've got in them. Deadeye just now becoming low, steady healing of Jexay. Get walled off. It's going to be Nano for Nano onto the Reinhardts up here into the front line. Sleep Dart connects. Muma going for a charge. Boop over the side. Connects in with the wall. Final cutoff was still there for the side of the Houston Outlaws, but everybody gets regrouped. Meko's got a sliver of HP.
Huge
a mega back on the team, but Stratus, yeah, finds the headshot there with the icicle on hydration. That's just moments before he gets the Blizzard online. So already, Justice is going to start ticking up. Second coming through. Wall comes in. They've got one means of approach as Mua starts pushing forward. There's so many members on top of him. The Shatter comes down. He manages to catch two. And Meko eats the Blizzard. But can they turn this on its head? Corey's got the high ground, just taking pot shots. Jexay dead in midair. Gets the headshot on the Meko as well. Beautiful stuff from Corey. And the point is secured 4 minutes, 20 seconds in the time bank for the Justice.
It's twisted irony too, Achilles, so that was perhaps Muma's best and most successful shatter of the series. It's just so late, and despite hitting multiple members of the Justice, they had no control. Take a look at Corey here. He whips around the high ground. Look at Muma. He hits the shatter here just as it comes online. It doesn't matter though, because the follow-up damage is negated by Corey popping off, taking Blase out of the equation, and taking Muma with him. I mean, it's just absolute domination we're seeing here right now for the Justice again.
Gorgeous start here as Blase is now up to the high ground. Gonna be sound barrier coming through from both sides. Ellie-Boat using the self-destruct, trying to find some picks, and it's gonna be a triple kill. Puma, Blase, and Hydration all falling at the hands of the Diva, and that is just gonna be the extended cleanup, the extended team wipe. The Justice will start steamrolling their way through the Streets phase.
I mean, they just had the ult advantage there. They committed a lot of resources to push through the Streets phase, as you mentioned, but if they get around this corner, it becomes a lot more difficult for the Outlaws to contest. The positioning here for the DPS lineup, Stratus and Corey way out in front because they want to get a stray pick onto Blase. If they can knock him out, that's all it's going to take. Outlaws only get one chance at this one Blizzard fight, and it's going to have to be a good one.
That it does. See what they can engineer. Blizzard going to be coming through from both of these mains. Corey already taken out of the equation, so really good boon for the side of the Houston Outlaws to try to start this card just inches in front, essentially, of point B. 2.63 meters, to be exact. But Ellie-Boat will get knocked out, and that will be the stop of the push for the Washington Justice. So we'll have to re-approach here for themselves. 2.5 minutes, however, so certainly doable. But Ellie-Boat,
I mean, that's the fight they needed, right? That's the fight you've got to take on B. You have to commit your resources. You have to make sure that fight is the good one, because from then on, you can actually take control of this main approach angle. You can control these sightlines. Corey is playing extremely greedy right now. They do push him back, and now the Justice approach finally is actually, for the first time, really difficult against the Outlaws' fortified position. Look, anyone just steps across the line, so much damage is going to come out here. There's the chase from Ellie-Boat, who's trying to dive him, though.
Yep, peeling their way back. Walls coming up. Everybody going to be low. Muma frozen from behind, 27 HP. They need to heal him, but it's just not going to be in time. Deadeye comes through. The wall comes up. Doesn't find anything except the fire strike to the face. So it does get eliminated. Corey with the Deadeye of his own, just going to be sitting in the back, tries to get the shot. Weaken Meko. They will be able to knock him out in the end, get the kills, get the finish, and that will be the push through onto B.
Yep, that's going to be the grab here, and now for the Outlaws, we see the Blase swap over to Hanzo. To get up onto this high ground that you see at the center of your screen is going to be so difficult, though, because look at where Ellie-Boat already is. He checks this high ground, he's up there on top. He's not going to be able to wall climb up there, not without a lot of support. And Jexay is going to have to help out. He's going to try to nudge this bomb. It looks like he's not even just looking for control. He wants more.
I think they just now noticed that he was sitting up top there.
And Arc controls the other side, you know? Meko can't stay there.
They're both going to be dropping down straight on top of their skulls. That teammate tricks up to try to keep everybody protected. Stratus and Roar, however, will fall under the pressure. Answer 2 back, however. So it's important to maintain Corey. It's important in a May. Or taking a May. Now barrier comes in. Arc still feeling like they can press this fight. Blase completely surrounded. Will be taken down as Arc starts doing some serious work.
And now look at where Corey is.
Coming out.
He's got a perfect angle here on both approach angles there for the Outlaws. They're caught way out.
Yeah, he will go ahead and
it's just
back.
rolling through.
He expects for Blase to be respawning. Now gets the line onto the Hanzo, trying to find the shot. Muma in the meantime, he's gonna have to deal with this nanoed up Ryan of Roar. And they're gonna be taken down. Muma finds that kill, something the truck from Ellie-Boat will be able to answer back onto the Ana. But Hydration very much makes the fight happen in favor of the Houston Outlaws.
It's a big blizzard. It's a big blizzard. It sets them up. They don't use the Shatter Bomb combo that they have online. And they'll again get control of this corner. This is, for the first time, looking a little bit dire for Justice in terms of completing the map. They don't have great tools to finish this one out. Corey has the ability to get excellent sight lines. He is going to pop that.
Tossed out. Hell just waiting with the nano boost ready to save somebody if need be, showing some restraint. Knows that he doesn't have to burn it there for hydration. The wrap around the backside at the moment. Repel gonna get jumped on. Has the sleep dart, but doesn't get the chance to use it. Knew that the D-Matrix was gonna be able to eat that one, but a nice pin from behind helps take down Roar. So another all-out brawl coming through as we're at 30 seconds. Ellie-Vote gets rid of hydration. And Washington Justice, it seems like they might just have to try to make this one happen right now. Shatter comes down, the wall goes
Bomb
through.
angle.
To protect Ellie-Vote. Self-destruct from Meko, unable to find anything. Blizzard just now becoming available for Stratus as Corey comes back with a Tracer.
This is going to have to be a really, really complicated flank here from Corey. He's going to have to get a pick, and maybe they'll get their shot, but he needs that kill to set up the Blizzard.
Numerous ultimates available for the Washington Justice, but they're going to have to try to make this happen.
It's early.
In OT, the Blizzard does come down, does not get eaten, but there's nobody inside of it outside of Blase. They try to keep him alive, and Ellie-Vote just runs him over. Jexay finds the kill onto Corey, and Repel's going to be bionated, trying to stay alive with that Ana. So far, will be able to do so as they send hydration off the side of the map. Echo up top does not have the self-destruct, no way to remech. Will just get knocked out straight away here on top of that cart as Muba is a bit far away. Gets zoned back as the Doomfist comes in for Blase. Drops in, but the freeze comes through, slows him up, and they will be able to take him down. It seems like it's going to be the case as well for this Wrecking Ball. He just cannot last on that cart for very long. 4.32 meters left to go. No one contesting. They get it again. 2.36. Now hydration going to be gone. Get the kill. They get rid of Jexay. Mid-sound barrier. Deny the shielding for the Lucio. And now they're under a meter left to go. That go down to half. The Wrecking Ball desperately spinning around, but Ellie-Vote just sits comfortably directly on top. Self-destruct comes through. Gets very exposed. Flying away to the back of Blase. Drops down, has that Bionade, extra healing coming through, so we'll be able to stay in the mech at least for now, but still is in dire straits. So has to play this one very carefully. Flashbang. Corey comes to his rescue, rolls up to get the reload. Very aggressive play there on a Blase, forces the nano from Repel onto the Cowboy. Now Roar going lower and lower. A nice sleep dart will connect from Aim God, helping to alleviate some of that pressure. And Roar is able to swing to get rid of Muma. The cleanup. So very close to breaking through on that push for the Houston Outlaws, but they're going to have to try again.
Aim God with a huge bio grenade there as well, preventing the Outlaws from being healed up. They had the faster runbacks. If that fight went longer, they might have been able to break through. And again, it's Jexay who's chasing down Corey, almost able to get that kill. And it's just so rough for the Outlaws right now. They're unable to close that gap. They're going to go for that push here on the high ground once again. And if you're going to take the fight in the choke here as the Outlaws, you've got to be aware of it.
Corey, though, sneaking around the back.
Jexay checking for him, it looks like, but
he's going to be looking for that Deadeye setup. Perhaps Blizzard comes down from Stratus. Muma already frozen. The Deadeye will manage to find Jexay, so he found him. But unfortunately, it was staring down the barrel of the gun. Nice headshot there will pop Meko out, and they will just leave him to potentially be forced to swap and to lose whatever ult charge he may have garnered for himself.
It's a really ult-efficient defense here for the Washington Justice, only really committing those two from the DPS side. Ellie-Vote should be able to get his mech back in a longer fight. Blase is out there, though. He wants a big kill here, and he might get it.
We're looking for Aim God, piling it on top of him. Jexay managed to find it. Roar gets pinned to the wall. Very nice collapse from the Houston Outlaws, and that nets them a tick. The minute and 15 seconds remaining. Arc has that sound barrier, but with Stratus going down, and now him falling. I was going to say, I guess that would be the abandon on the attempted defense. So Houston Outlaws will be able to cap point A 3.5 minutes, just about, as they get started in the street space.
And it's finally aggressive coordination you see from the Outlaws. They move together, they punish the positioning there of the Outlaws. The Outlaws often, or the Justice, they often split, right? They often try to go for these surrounds, and the Outlaws just collapsed in on top Outlaws in terms of that right now. Deadeye first here for Blase.
Flashbang not going to get anything. Really good attack here from Meko, trying to handle Corey, trying to take him down. Sound barrier going to be blocked from both of these Lucios. Deadeye going to be channeled just to get the reload here, but Corey will still fall as he gets frozen. And that'll just be a cleanup fight for the Houston Outlaws, breaking down that May wall, getting rid of the Diva, and the cart can continue to advance. Which is very good. Houston needs a fast pace. And if they want to clear through this.
You start to feel like the Outlaws have figured out what the Justice are doing. They're splitting into often 2 groups, sometimes 3. Ellie-Vote's off on the side, and the Outlaws are taking 6v3 fights, 6v4 fights. When you see these flanks happen, take a look at this charge again from Muma. He sets up the shadow right when the shield drops. He gets the charge kill here after the nano boost.
Yeah, great read. Ill-timed for Roar. Bombs, and ships passing in the night, going to the back. Outlaws not able to find anything. Meko still will pistol down Arc, however, so a support for a support, but the Washington Justice coming out on top on the back end of those self-destructs. They will be able to halt the cart. Still 2 minutes here for the side of the Houston Outlaws, so odds are they will be able to move through into B. But remember, if they finish below a minute, that's going to grant a minute over to the side of the Washington Justice.
Now, just like we saw with the Houston Outlaws when they had that defensive point on B, they're going to keep Corey on the left side, but it's not actually with Elevote. We saw Meko and Blase stay to the left here. It's actually going to be the support line that tries to prevent a D.Va from coming up. Corey's actually going to slide
on the back with the Deadeye, trying to find a target. He's unable to do so, but he's still sticking into that back line and just be able to find one of the supports, taking some shots at Repel. He forced out the Bionade as he has. Deadeye now coming through from Blase. They won't peek him, and Elevote straight up in front. Sleep Dart connects. They lock him down now. Muma gonna fall, doesn't get the chance to use the shatter and the pin from Roar. Manages to find the McCree.
And all of that, Roar gets a double shatter there to lead into all of this. And Washington Justice, despite a really nice rotation around the back there during Corey's Deadeye, they find themselves exposed. Muma's unable to block Roar's shatter. The double shatter there just opens everything up. And now it's 30 seconds to go here for the Houston Outlaws. You almost wonder, is it better for Blase? He doesn't have an ult here. He's not finding success in the McCree. Maybe go back to something like a Doomfist here. It's risky. It's full control, and they've got a Blizzard.
Coming down, Cart again
fight.
inching forward. 12 seconds remaining for the Houston Outlaws. They shatter a Blizzard, a Nano Boost, and nearly a Sound Barrier is their arsenal. First Blizzard, however, going to come out from Stratus. Self-destruct over on the side from Elevote, but he cannot remech. Jexay doing some serious work. Cracking skulls. He cracks another one. Takes down Roar for the triple kill, and the Outlaws glide on through to B.
And Jexay is having a great performance here on the Lucio. Only 2,500 damage behind right now. Hydration on May is actually doing quite well for himself. Taking a look at this once again, Jexay in the back lines, drops down that speed boost and then comes in, helps finish off Elevote. So he cannot remech and takes out Stratus. It's a pretty one fight. He kind of steals his way through this, but
cleanups.
He's had a great series. He really has. He's been the one to deal with Corey a lot of the time. But again, Justice here. Look at the positioning of Stratus. He's going to poke from behind.
Look how far the Houston Outlaws made it already just while that replay was rolling. Cart rolled up just in front of the victory box. 42 seconds left. Uma under pressure. Frozen, and the Deadeye gets set up for the kill. Shield's going to be dwindling now on the side of the Houston Outlaws. Arc still holding on to his Sound Barrier. 30 seconds remaining. Outlaws have to pull back.
That was close.
Casualties.
If Corey killed even one more member, they would not have been able to get another 6v6 fight. It wouldn't have happened. They do escape. They can get that one final fight now.
Nano's out, walls come up. Self-destruct gonna be tossed in. Roar on the ground. Deadeye from Blase manages to find two. Bionade answers back, however. Blase will be taken down, and Meko's eliminated as well. On the card right now, Stratus trying to hold it down. Muma applying pressure, swinging like a madman as best as he can, but he gets flashbang, he gets taken down, and now it's all on hydration. They push him to the side, they finish him off with a pile driver. Somebody's got a tag, but I don't know if they can make it. It's Meko trying, but they can't get there. And the Washington Justice with